Charles was 28, fine, tall, built like those gym boys that know they're the reason mirrors exist. He worked in a marketing firm on the island. But truth be told, his real hustle was women, older women. He had a rule, never date a girl his age. He liked his women soft, rich, and desperate to be seen with a boy like him. They called him sweet names, Baby J, Chocolate, My Little Devil. He was charming, witty, and dangerous in bed. He knew how to play the game, sleep with them, take their money, promise them love, and then ghost them. Simple. He was living the soft life. New iPhones, luxury hotel weekends, designer clothes he didn't pay for. But his friends always joked, one day you'll fall into a woman you can't climb out of. He laughed it off. Sometimes Charles got bold with his clients, the ones he knew had an itch only a certain kind of chaos could scratch. He loved teasing them with coded talk, the kind of thing that sounded innocent if you weren't paying attention. There was one night after a champagne brunch in Lecky Phase 1 when one of his older aunties asked what makes him so confident in bed. He leaned in close and whispered with a lazy smirk, "I've got a big, long sugar cane between my legs, Auntie. The one that doesn't bend or break. They call me German Machine for a reason. I don't get tired. I go all night like big generator." They laughed, blushed. Some crossed their legs tighter. Others asked for the bill immediately. He liked the chase. He liked the power. He liked watching women who were used to being the hunters suddenly become prey. But again, his boys always warned him, "All these coded crews where you day catch, one day you go choke." He didn't listen until he met Madame Tenney. She walked into the firm one Friday afternoon. Tall, elegance that felt like old money and secrets. She didn't smile much, but when she locked eyes with Charles, she looked like she had seen a toy she used to own. She became a client. Then she became something else. She didn't chase him like others. She allowed him to come to her, slowly, strategically. He liked the game. She had a house in Banana Island, private chef, scented candles in every corner, and a massive bed with Egyptian cotton sheets that swallowed you whole. Their conversations were never straightforward, always dipped in tension. Tenny was fluent in the language of teasing without touching. One night on her velvet couch, she sipped her wine slowly and glanced at him with that sly smirk of hers. "So, Baby J, they say you don't break. How many gears you get exactly?" Charles grinned and leaned back, spreading his legs just enough. "Let's just say, I don't do quickies. I'm the type that makes power last. I'd enter silent mode, deep mode, and beast mode, depending on how you want it." She raised her glass. I like my boys with stamina and silence. Talkers always disappoint. Prove it, or don't speak again." He moved closer, voice dropping. "Say less, Mummy. Just know, when I enter, even spirits beg me to slow down." She licked her bottom lip slowly. "Good, because I don't just want a man. I want a memory, the kind that haunts my bed sheets." That night, the whole mansion shook. And Charles, for the first time, felt like he was the one being used. Another night, they were in her jacuzzi, steam curled around them, her legs resting across his lap, her fingers tracing his chest like she was writing a spell. Charles whispered, "If I give you this German machine one more time, I need fuel money. I don't run on vibes alone." She laughed in that low, elegant way. "I'm not just fueling you, I'm owning the engine. You're not just my toy, you're my ritual, my guilty pleasure, my midnight medicine." He winked. "Then take your dose, madam, 'cause once I start, it's back to back." She bit her lip, moved closer. "Good. I like it when you speak in tongues." Without saying a word. One morning after spending the night at her place, he woke up to find her staring at him, eyes glowing slightly in the dim room. She said softly, "If you ever betray me, you'll know why the dead never envy the living." He laughed nervously. "Ah, Mummy, what's all this drama?" She smiled, a long, deep smile that didn't match her lips. That week, he noticed his skin bruising randomly. Cold breezes in closed rooms, phone calls with silence on the other end. She simply told him, You're not done. You don't decide when this ends. I do the House of Secrets. One night, curiosity drove him into the locked room she always warned him about. Inside, he found jars with fingernails, small bottles with human names on them, and a picture of him. With a red thread through his eyes, he screamed. The lights went out. She appeared in the doorway, eyes black like night sky with no stars. Now you see me fully. She wasn't human. She had died 17 years ago in a ritual gone wrong. Every 5 years, she picks a young lover, drains his youth, offers it to her spirit family, and disappears. But Charles was different. He had spirit markings he didn't know about. His grandmother's protection. It delayed the process. She started falling for him, and that was her weakness. He begged her to let him go. She offered him a choice: leave and die painfully within 7 days. Stay, be wealthy beyond dreams, live like royalty, but never love another. He chose to stay. Now he drives G-Wagons, lives in a penthouse, wears silk robes and designer perfumes. But at night, he cries. He dreams of being free. He sees the faces of the girls he used and the ones Madame Tenny took. And sometimes, in moments of silence, he hears her voice from nowhere. You were meant for me. Even the spirits agreed. 3 years later, Charles found an old diary buried beneath the tiles of her walk-in closet, hidden inside a floor panel, bound in red leather, stained with time. The first page, a photo of Madame Tenny as a young university girl. Pretty, innocent. Her name was Helen Peters. The entries started normal: crushes, school gossip, dreams of traveling abroad, until it changed. She fell in love with a man named Femi. He was a cultist, handsome, fast-talking, dangerous. He used her for a ritual, took her innocence, her womb, and her sanity. She survived, but barely. Something entered her, something that never left. I won't die alone, she wrote. Every man that reminds me of him, I will drain until his ghost serves me too. And there, in newer ink, dated years after her death. Baby J, my final chapter, he tastes like regret and raw power. If he breaks my heart, I'll break the world for him. Charles read that line every week. He never tried to run again. Moral of the story: be careful how you play with people's hearts. One day you might win a game you were never meant to play and lose your soul in the process.